Hey guys, tonight on Moments Girls Talk, the topic is the art of being feminine. How far would you go to achieve superficial attributes? Join our guests, Niniola and Minjin, as we break it all down today.
Any strong women. I love strong, independent, ballsy women.
What do you think about,
women spending hours at the nail
salon? The lashes, the nails, all that kind of stuff?
I don't have a problem with that. As long as you're still comfortable being natural. Just come down with your face like that, no problem. And they're like, I'm coming, and then you come, everything is off.
Welcome back to Moments Girls Talk. So now we have a full house. Niniola is still here, Minjin still here, beautiful co-host still in the house.
Yes, we are. So what are we talking about today?
Okay, very, endearing topic. It's the art of being feminine. Now I am a tomboy, right? So when I moved back to Nigeria, well, at heart, yes, at heart. I like leggings, t-shirts, trainers.
But I like those things as well, and I don't think I'm tomboyish.
Yeah, but
I think it's how you wear it.
Yes, it's how you wear it, but it's also having like different sides. You're mixing it up. When I first moved back, I would only ever wear jeans and leggings, and I get to, are you a boy? How are you going to marry? And I kind of got bullied into being a bit more feminine. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's possible to be too feminine? In Nigeria, we weave makeup.
I think it has to do with our culture. I mean, when you raise girls, all of a sudden when growing up here, you're told girls skirts, men trousers. Even if they're, at the end of the day, in some certain parts of the world, men wear skirts. Yes. Scottish people do. And trousers are unisex. But it's just that's how they define who you have as a girl. Pink, blue. And pink is so soft and so tender and so, I feel like it's one of those things that the culture in Nigeria just announces it even before you open your mouth. There's certain things, teach your girl, don't talk with your food in your mouth. When the guy's at the table, he can just be having a conversation and then mothers don't tell the guys to stop.
It's right. Niniola, what do you think? Because as an artist, obviously your whole appeal is a huge part of your brand, your feminine appeal. So do you feel you're encouraged to kind of exaggerate your femininity?
Yes, because I'm a dancer on stage.
Yes,
I can't wear skirts or dresses. So I have to wear shorts or leggings or something so I can, raise up my legs and, just dance and entertain people, but at the same time look good. I have to look good. I remember sometime last year I cut my hair.
Oh, okay. Very short?
Yes, like low cut. And then my fans were like, Nini, where's your hair? And I'm like, I'll try to be African though. And they're like, no, bring back that hair, you know. And I'm like, okay, I'll bring it back.
Are you attracted to feminine women?
There are some things that guys like to do, like play some kind of games. And let's say you're playing soccer, like I'm attracted to a girl that can do what boys do, basically. Like if I see you, like you can play instruments as a girl, I was like, oh wow. Not like, I'm not saying I'll automatically fall in love with you, but I see that I can share some things.
But if you don't wear any makeup, like you're very plain, low cut, like I was saying, but you can still play instruments and you're cool, but you're
No, the feminine side has to be there. Okay. It has to be there. We can't.
What about grooming? Like, what do you think about,
women spending hours at the nail salon?
The lashes, the nails, all that kind of stuff?
I don't have a problem with that. As long as you're still comfortable being natural.
But what is that? I'm not comfortable with natural because I'm doing my nails.
Some girls you go to there, like I'm downstairs, like when you're supposed to be sleeping, just come down with your face like that, no problem. And they're like, I'm coming, and then you come, everything is off.
I had a friend who would take off her makeup when she was at her boyfriend's house, but she would now put it back on. So she would take off like foundation and stuff, but then she would now put powders when she was staying the night. So she'd be like, oh, I don't have any makeup on, but she would actually have powder and I'm just like, but
if they get married, it will not work. What kind of deception is that?
She will just continue. Some girls
she can't
be without their.
Let's talk about being feminine in the home. Things are changing. We've had this conversation many times that as a woman, should it be your responsibility to be the primary homemaker, or can you begin to pass along those responsibilities to the cook, the house help? Would you be comfortable if your husband insisted and said, I really want you to take some time off from work and raise our young kids? What do you guys think about that school of thought? And how, because the truth about it is, a lot of marriages are failing, right? And a lot of people are thinking that it's because of we're becoming too, for lack of a better definition, Western in the way we're raising our families.
Okay.
Do you think that's true?
Days back, that the fathers used to provide and the mothers used to take care of the home. But right now, the women are providing, they're paying bills.
I feel like in culture from time, even look at the Holy Book, the man was a hunter. The woman did not put that pressure on you to go and bring. It's always been. It's what made them feel like men. You don't even need a woman to make you feel like, just in the way you think as a man, I'm a man. If you can say those things, then why can't you also contribute?
Minji, what do you think about traditional, roles versus kind of evolving and being a bit more flexible with how you raise your kids and family life?
Okay, I like women that are go-getters. Okay. I like a career woman. I don't care if you don't come early enough, as long as I can fill the space for you. We have this communication now. We have to meet ourselves halfway. We can't just say, oh, a woman has to come back and make the food, and I'll stay at home and say, okay, I'm waiting for her to cook the food for me. It doesn't make any sense. I can cook. I can cook. My mom taught me how to cook. I raised my siblings myself.
You're a modern man.
So I can cook. I can do it. And even when
Did you grow up in a single-parent home?
Yeah, my mom. Okay. So she taught me how to cook and do stuff like that. So
and he raised his siblings.
So me cooking is not a problem. I would like to cook for my girl, and she wakes up and she eats. It's just to switch once in a while, so it's spontaneous. It's not like, oh, you have to wake up and I'm not eating this. That kind of. I don't think it just bring issues and issues and issues.
But do you feel like, and a lot of guys think that the woman doing that is a sign of love and respect?
I think it's ego. So men just have this very big ego. They don't want to go into the kitchen. They feel less of a man if they have to cook for their woman sometimes.
But sometimes they just want home cooked food.
Yeah, definitely. No, I want a girl that can cook.
There's a cook that can make that home cooked food.
No. She must be able to cook. She must be able to cook. But doesn't mean she has to cook all the time.
Serve the food someone else cooks. No way.
As I'm just shaking my head left, right, center, when we come back, here's another trick for the ladies. He loves to cook. We'll give you some tricks to make him think you actually made it. Maybe I shouldn't do that. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to Moments Girls Talk Nigeria. Today on the show we're talking about the art of being feminine, and before the break we're talking about cooking and whose responsibility it lies on. And I know Tucker was going to share a tip.
I changed my mind. I don't want to put the sisters in trouble.
Share it.
But for the men to just know there are ways around these things. Yes. So while you're sitting there putting pressure, there are just so many ways around.
And you know what's interesting is that I've always been of the notion, like, I completely get that cooking is part of a woman's responsibility, and it shows. I don't know if it shows love, but or a lot of men. A lot of men feel like it's a way where you can show love. I always have to say this: standing in a kitchen in this weather where it's hot and there's a generator running and it's uncomfortable and you don't like doing it, I think men need to be a bit more flexible. I really think so.
No way.
I mean, you can go into the room, get some AC, and come back and check what you cook.
Do you know what it means? No, think about it. There's a difference between cooking for your babe because you want to show her you like her, between doing it every single day.
It's not every day.
It is
not an everyday thing.
Exactly. So
why should the woman do it every single day?
It's not every day. Like, we can cook, put it in the fridge and warm.
Oh, that's you. Some guys believe in
fresh.
Some guys know the smell of food.
Like slavery.
They're like, no,
that's slavery. I can't. Sorry.
And I understand, like, some people like I don't like eating out. I prefer homemade food. Home cooked food, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna put that kind of pressure on anybody, and I think guys need to be a bit more understanding. I'm just saying.
It starts with their mothers. Maybe if their mother cooked fresh food every day, they're like,
some of them had mothers who didn't work.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I'll say the funniest story really quick. Oh, you're gonna say? Go ahead.
Another thing is, if he likes to eat your food, you are sure he doesn't eat outside.
How can you be sure?
Guys, because you can't eat and come and eat again. I don't know how
You
can't eat that much.
Who told you that?
Some guys eat Sade for like
just make sure they get the best of all this stew. Anyway, the question of the day: who is your favorite feminine figure?
That's really hard.
Ebube.
So you do like feminine women?
Yeah.
She's very feminine.
Okay.
My mother. Okay. My mother. I give it to her anytime, any day.
Do you guys have anything you guys want to share? We should just move on to questions.
I think just move on because it's just so much for me.
My favorite, I don't know, it's difficult. Any strong women. I love strong, independent, ballsy women. So anyone who's like that would be my favorite.
Alpha females.
I think for me, definitely has to be Solange. It's a mixture of independent, beautiful, quirky, original, but also an alpha female at the same time. And she just knows who she is in a way that is so solid. I just think she knows her essence.
I can't pick. Awesome. There's just so many of them. But I'll go with what Tallulah said in terms of a strong woman.
Awesome. So now it's time for our celebrity secrets. You guys can't hold anything back today. You have to give us the cocoa on what
something that no one knows about you.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if it counts, but I fell in love when I was 11. I didn't know it was love for real until I started growing up, and I wasn't feeling like that again. I remember how I used to be. You know, my heart just pumps every time I see her. You know, that kind of thing.
Is she still cute?
That's
always the case.
Yeah, because I'm not sure she's still cute. I haven't seen her in a long time.
So would you share with us what is your secret, Niniola?
Wow, I remember in secondary school I had a crush on this guy, and I kept telling my cousin, and eventually my cousin had a crush on him and stole him from me.
No.
That's so bad of your cousin.
That's
the most painful.
You go to her house and set her clothes on fire.
We're living together. That was then, you know.
Yeah. Did
So something we'll laugh over now.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. We hope you had
Pleasure.
fun.
Yeah,
Yes, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's good times, good times. Coming up shortly, it will be time for In a Nutshell.
Welcome back to Moments Girls Talk. You do not want to know what we were talking about on the break. Let's just keep it moving. So today has been a very interesting show. Our guests were also very interesting and vocal. It was nice to hear him say things he said about what guys want, you know, in women in terms of being the tomboy and being, which I had never thought about. I mean, in a nutshell, for me, I would say I love being feminine. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with being too feminine, just as long as you're comfortable with it. But I would really love to see men also do more in terms of raising a family. You know, I hate when men say things like, "Oh, my wife should be a prayer warrior. Why can't you pray?"
My wife you're supposed to be the one praying more than...
You're meant to be the head of the house to lead your wife.
No, they accept they're the head until it's
about coming to things. They want to eat their cake and have it.
And I'm like, nah, you know. So we teach men to be romantic. Teach men. Let them see you around more so they can live by the examples that you live. And then enjoy being feminine. I love being a woman.
I agree. For me, what I took away from the episode is that, you know, it's okay to be both. You know, there's some days you just want to wear tracksuit bottoms and a t-shirt and go out and just not have everyone looking at you. You know, you just want to be like, have a whatever day. Whereas other days, you want to be glamorous. You know, you want to play up the fact that you're an attractive woman. So for me, I like having the option to do both.
I agree with both of you. You know, I think it's great that we just get to be who we are. And there's some days where you want to be this and that. So be whoever you want to be. All right, before we go, we have something for you. Interesting perspective.
Something to keep in mind.
Enjoy being feminine.
Yeah.
I think so.
Keep wearing
So when next you think this is too girly for me, boys love it.
Yeah.
Right.
If that's, you know, the purpose in your life. I'm just joking. I'm totally kidding.
Your life.
All right, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Moments Girls Talk Nigeria. We hope that you guys enjoyed the conversation. I know I had a lot of fun today.
Yes, I did too.
Yeah. Our guests were fabulous. Always remember, if you can think it,
You can do it.
The furniture for Moments Girls Talk Nigeria is provided by DO2 Design Limited.